So actually, I don't have anything UI based to show.
Okay.
So I'll just share two or three links, the uh, websites or research papers that I read about encryption and how specifically to go about it in heavy chat based application. So I started off with encrypting the passwords. So we are already having a strong set of passwords. We enforce strong rules like the password should be at least 8 character length, etc. So once we get the strong password from the user, we add some other extra security features to it, like add something to the left or right, and then finally hash and encrypt it, and then finally save it in the database. So that part is done. The PR is raised for that. Then I moved on to chat encryption, spoke with the mentors, researched about how chat encryption is implemented in WhatsApp specifically, and there were many things which we sort of agreed that we don't need right now. That will be overkill for now, and we dropped like WhatsApp implements something called rashets. So that implements the forward secrecy, so that even in future when someone tampers with your phone or gets your phone physically and gets your private key, they even then they cannot decrypt your previous messages if they have gotten them via man in the middle tag. But Noman and I sort of agreed that we don't need that level of security right now. The Rashad thing is not required right now. We can simply move on with simple key agreement, key sharing, and then encrypting the chat. And after that, we'll move on to the group chat thing. So for now, the key pair generation thing is working like locally. I'll raise the PR in 1 or 2 days. So whenever the user installs the Talava app for the first time or creates their account for the first time, a key pair, the private key and the public key will be generated inside their phone, and the public key will be sent to the server so that the server can store that. The reason of sending it to the server is maybe someone wants to chat to you when you are offline and they need your public key so that they can mix that with their private key and create a shared key. In that case, if you are offline, they cannot fetch your public key from anywhere. So in that case, if the key resides inside the server, they can fetch it anytime. And also, sharing the public key to anyone is not a problem, so that's not an issue. But we will also be implementing SSL pinning, so we'll be making sure that even though public key sharing is not a big deal, even in that case, we will be sharing the public key only with the certified server for which we have the SSL pinned beforehand. After that, the public key will be stored in the database or the server. So whenever user B wants to talk to you, they can fetch your public key, mix with their private key, create a shared one, and then a channel will be created, a secured channel between user A and user B, and all of the chats which they will be having will be encrypted. In the case of group chat, whenever a group is created, the person who is creating the group or sort of the admin, their public key will be used and shared with all of the participants. They will mix with their private key and create a shared key, and all of the chats inside there or all of the data inside that specific group will be encrypted via that secret key. So this is what I have discussed with the mentor. They sort of agreed that this is good enough for now. And as I said, the key generation thing is done, the password padding, etc. is done, and the only thing that is left is the Diffie-Hellman key exchange. The thing being that Flutter is not the tool of choice for implementing all of these things, so I couldn't find anything concrete that implements the Diffie-Hellman or the key pair exchange inside Flutter. So I'll need to implement many things from scratch, and for that I'll need to modify the API so that it can handle the key and store the key in the database. So that will be the next thing to do.
Okay, so you're saying that there are no packages that can handle the Diffie-Hellman for
Correct, not
Flutter?
in. Yeah, I found one or two, but they had very poor rating and they had not been updated in 2 or 3 years. So I don't think using them directly will be beneficial for us. And moreover, they are just 1 or 2 files long. So maybe we can just copy paste and change whatever we need inside that.
Okay. The next thing that I wanted to find out, is there any other encryption methodology that we could use in which we could have a package rather than managing it ourselves? So
Uh,
not necessarily
yeah.
Diffie-Hellman, but something else.
So for the asymmetric key exchange, there's the Diffie-Hellman is the easiest to implement and provides a decent amount of security. Otherwise, we can go with the symmetric key exchange, but that's prone to man-in-the-middle attacks. So I don't think that will be useful for us in the long term. And we have packages for encryption, so that's not an issue. Like we can AES encrypt or RSA encrypt. That's not an issue. The only thing for which we don't have a package is specifically the Diffie-Hellman key exchange thing,
Okay.
and that we'll need to
Um,
write. Otherwise, I have installed packages for everything. They are working fine.
All right. Thank
so,
you.
Ravi, what exactly is the like when you say you don't have a package? Did you check the pub.dev? Because I'm seeing one there. So,
Yeah,
is there a
yeah.
specific like is it what something more customized to the app, or I'm trying to understand what when you said it you can't find a package.
Yeah, so there's package for key pair generation. Like you can install the package, call the method, and it will generate a private and public key. But when you want to share the key with someone or share the key with the server, there isn't any customized package for this, and we'll need to handle it via the GraphQL queries, etc.
Okay. I don't think this is supposed to, I don't I think there should be a workaround to this because it doesn't seem like a particularly difficult problem. I'll do some research and get back to you.
All right. Thanks, Ravi. Do you have anything more to say? It sounded as if you had completed it.
No, but if any contributor or any mentor has easier solution or any more profound solution to this, uh, please feel free to tell me. We can discuss in a meet and go around it.
All right. Thank you.